this has really been a very exciting opportunity, but I think we are faced with some great challenges. And one of the challenges, I think, is how do we sustain ourselves? How do we ensure that all this information that we have is available to have impact, to be able to provide the information to different stakeholders, to the policymakers, to other groups who want to join us. And in the Caribbean, we are not at the bottom of the barrel, but we are slipping down a sliding slopes, and violence is one of the things that is pushing our whole development process backwards, and all our gains that we got doing in our health. While I was working at the health sector, you know, the biggest reduction in infant mortality, maternal mortality, and even some of our HIV/AIDS progress, all of them are right now threatened because of failing economies, because of climate issues, and because of violence. And so how do we, you know, when you leave these meetings, your head is, you know, all the information is here. And, you know, then you have the additional challenge of how do you translate it, and how do you translate it to all the stakeholders. So really and yet it's a time of amazing opportunity, because we've just launched the Sustainable Development Goals, and at least for Jamaica, we're going to be one of the pathfinders. Arturo just had to leave, but Mexico is also going to be one of the pathfinders. How do we use that opportunity? At the same time, last December, I was invited by the IDB to look at to present citizen security and violence prevention as a cross-cutting theme across their whole Caribbean development agenda. And I said, my Lord, I didn't speak, there wasn't another security person in the room. There wasn't another, well, there was one other health doctor. He was talking about health and epidemics too. You'd be glad to know. And, but they wanted to know how this would cut across all of their loan portfolios. And I said, how are we going to keep responding to these requests that come more varied and that? And really, and how do we keep our intellectual academics? You know, one of my greatest guys who came and worked with us on gangs, he's in Thailand, heading up one of the largest M&E resource areas. Do I have a job to offer him? Another one is in Toronto. Another one is in London, New York, wherever you want in the world. You hear it, Jimmy. But the Caribbean is like that. So we just really not keeping a pool. We don't have an institution. We don't have a place where to go. But as I said, I think this is an amazing opportunity. We presented it to the university. We've presented it to some of our local foundations. We'd love to get some of the international foundations. And I think it also can be a model for the forum that I think in different parts of the world, we have to be able, if we are really serious about doing something about global violence prevention, and in low and middle income countries, we're going to have to foster these kind of units. And really, thanks to all of you for your inspiration. And I really look forward, because I think we have to move out of our comfort zone. So we have to take on the challenges. I think the opportunities are now. I think we have to make sure we're working, though, in the structures that are going to allow us to respond, to effectively respond to the information with the technical expertise that we have, we know, and be able to share it effectively. Thanks.